The Whiskey Brothers.
Welcome to the Whiskey Brothers podcast. Did I get into it fast enough for you, Jerry?
Yeah. You still weirded out by it.
52.
I'm uncomfortable.
So like
I'm
when
gonna do
things
it every
change.
fucking time now.
Stop
The
stealing
odds
everything.
of you being here again are slim.
Sam Damaris, Jerry Wayne Longmire, Trey Tutson, Slade Ham, Chicken running everything. You good, Chicken? Did you get another shot? Do you need another shot? All right.
Chicken, do
on
you
it.
spell your name with 3 Ks? I'm just fucking. All right.
That beard looks like it.
Right.
So
Trey, do you spell your name with one I?
Yeah, that's really good. No eyes in Trey.
I was trying to figure out if K and H made a ch sound. I was so
What the fuck? All right.
I got screwed up by
Yeah,
your
you're spelling kitchen.
I was like, Kahickin. Kahickin.
You gotta get food off your mind. I said chicken. You like kitchen, stove,
Kahickin.
preheat.
I want you two to play passwords so bad.
Yeah,
You two playing Taboo.
no seasoning.
Jerry just keeps getting stuck on bacon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. Before this episode started, Jerry was like, "I'm sure one of y'all is gonna make a joke about me and food at some point."
I
And
said
30
someone.
30 seconds in the fucking episode, the motherfucker does it to himself.
Self.
I included myself in someone.
He said someone.
You said so. I thought you said one of y'all.
100%
there it
fair.
He did
Someone.
We welcome all of you on YouTube or wherever you're listening, Spotify, iTunes. It doesn't matter. We're
But we
everywhere.
only care about those of you on YouTube.
YouTube
So-
is where everything's the most fun. There's a visual component to this.
Yeah, and when we can actually read the comments. And
Yes,
respond and all
and
that kind of stuff.
and God, y'all got to step it up. It's just some of them. The only reason I say that is because some of them are so good. You know what I mean? Like there'll be a brilliant comment. You're like, okay, my bar has been raised, and then the other 52 are just first come punches.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't matter. What's been up?
Also, read the comments before you. If somebody made the lame joke, just read. Don't just throw it. Like you said, the first thing. Like I hate that, and that's on YouTube. That's anywhere. When I see 4 comments that it was the same stupid joke, it's like, bro, before you click send, just scroll up.
I heard Trey say this on his podcast where you were like, the next time you think about writing a stupid ass joke about something, go to Twitter and see how many other
Search
people
it.
made that same stupid ass joke and then throw it away.
And then don't do it. Yeah,
I
exactly.
did it. I did it during
That
the
shit
Super
made me
Bowl.
laugh so hard. I was like, well, that's kind of
And then
genius.
don't do it.
Yep.
And then don't do it.
I live tweeted the Super Bowl one year, and the year the power went out, and I was like, somebody forgot to pay the light bill. And I was live tweeting like seconds. I might have been the first hack, but like it was the most tweeted thing on Twitter, and I was like, fuck. But
Yeah.
the rest, but like, fortunately, I did the whole game, so like you could go and check my pedigree and see like, okay, this guy isn't a hack. He just got caught in a moment.
There's
Yeah.
a ton of people that make great careers trying to be the first hack.
Yeah. Yeah, they just got fill in the blank.
Just fast. Just how quick can I get this on?
Damn, that's really funny. How fast? The first thought, goddammit. What's the first thought? Fucking reaction comedy.
This dude just tweets no
Yeah.
a lot. That's
It's just some guy writing for Jimmy Fallon. He's just keeping this job. Keeping this job.
So I got a question for y'all.
swing.
I got an answer.
I found
Blue.
this out.
Let's see if they match.
And I was going to ask because, and I know you actually is doing. You probably do too. I can't do them. Audiobooks. When do you think the first audiobook was released?
Man, it's probably back in the 30s.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hang on.
When they were doing those cylindrical recordings and stuff.
Ooh,
I'm sure
like
somebody
that.
tested it out.
I bet no, because I bet you had to get to get a vocal recording. It'd be at a certain point in history.
I'm going to say in the 40s.
You gonna say?
I'm going to guess the 1940s.
I
'Cause it
bet
would
it's
be
a
book on tape.
I
and
bet it's
book
a
on-
Dr. Seuss book.
or yeah, I wouldn't know what it would be, but yeah, I'm gonna go with whatever
The
the
40s.
the. So I wouldn't think you'd put a book on the Smithsonian.
You go, well, so the
You know what I'm
question
saying?
then becomes, what is the book? Right? It's
Yeah,
gotta, Let's say
exactly.
Dr. Seuss because it's got to be short.
Well, Catcher in the Rye is pretty old. You can do like
The-
one page.
That's the question. Like, what is the first? It's probably the Bible.
Probably
Somebody
so.
probably read the Bible and recorded it. What's the first book? on tape?
Depends. Is the Smithsonian the devil? Because you got to go every time an invention comes out, it's the devil. and then motherfuckers got to wait and be like, no, it's not the devil.
So here's the thing.
Played that first audiobook backwards, you could hear the devil.
Here's the thing. If you ask this question, the answers you get back are always going to depend on how old the person you asked was. Because they're all going to think that, like, oh, this started with iTunes and iPod. And then, so they're all going to think 2000s or whatever. Because you guys are smart. We realize that, like, people been listening to books on tape or whatever. Some people would say the 80s. A lot of people say the 70s. The first audiobook, I don't remember what the book was. Sorry. Because most people, the reason why they give those later answers, because they think for people who didn't want to read, they wanted to listen to it. But it was the 1930s. It was made for people who couldn't read. The American Institute for the Blind released the first audiobook on vinyl in 1932.
Nice.
So nicely fucking done, JW.
Damn.
1932.
In the 30s.
I probably read that in between duck penises somewhere. You know what I mean?
Now, I got another question for you about books. And this came from...
The first audiobook was the anatomical reproductive systems of waterfowl in
Of
Southeast
winged fowl.
America. The Autobahn.
He still got it online. First press.
Tree birds.
Autobahn Guide to Fucking.
Signed by the author.
So this one came from, like, when I was a kid, and this is how I got into horror movies and all this shit. My parents, because they were so Christian, I couldn't watch any movies that were rated R or scary or whatever unless there was a book about them. If I read the book first, I was allowed to watch the movie. And so, of course, growing up in the 80s, I became a huge Stephen King fan because all of his books were made into movies. Yeah. Here's the problem with Stephen King. Every single Stephen King book that was adapted to a movie.
Way better than the movie.
Yeah, he's way better than Hollywood could ever fucking do.
I don't watch horror movies, but I've read almost all of his books. Dark
Now,
Tower, all
The
that
Shining
stuff.
was a better movie because Stanley Kubrick's a fucking genius, but Stanley Kubrick also went way off the fucking range. Now, Stephen King gets every single fucking time, and there's a million books that we could all say were better than the movies. I'm asking you, give me an example of the inverse, where a book was written, they made a movie out of it, and the movie was actually fucking better.
Oh, I bet I got the one.
Okay, go ahead. This is all subjective.
I bet I got the one.
Really?
What do you have one?
The only one I can think of is Fight Club.
I got a
read
ton of
Fight
them.
Club, and I didn't think it was very... I was interested. It was cool, but then when I saw the movie, I was blown away by Fight
The
Club.
movie's incredible. I like his writing.
I didn't read it.
I didn't hate it. It just...
Yeah,
The
but-
movie took it to another place for me. I was
really
like, oh
think-
shit, this is... There were things I didn't pick up on.
You
know?
may be damn straight on that. That's a
That's
strong.
solid. He's like, I only got one.
That's a strong contender.
That's only what I can think of. Most of the time, I'm like,
What were you thinking?
Jaws.
So
That was
first
a
of all,
Peter Benchley's Jaws. It was a popular book. It was
Wow.
a
I was-
terrifying beachside read.
I was too young, and I saw Jaws as a kid. I
read it
just
later.
like you. I didn't know it was a book. I have been told by people that they're like, dude, that book is fucking way better. I've also been told that No Country for Scottish Women, Old Men, was better.
boy, hanging on to that.
Died of fire.
One rumpled fender. Jesus.
You could almost hear the phone ring at the immigration office.
Right?
They'll start a war with the whole country.
Are they even a country?
Little island.
Some of them think so.
Little island. Yeah.
But no, the only one that I know of, because I had to read it and see the movie, and when I saw the movie, I was just like, that character was so much better than my imagination ever could have happened, and that was Silence of the Lambs. Anthony Hopkins, Hannibal Lecter in that book is terrifying. Anthony Hopkins on screen was like, bro, I don't know what book you read, but he wasn't that fucking crazy. Yeah. So Silence of the Lambs, and I mean, dude, I read it just so I could watch it, and then I watched it, and I was blown away. And, I
Was
like...
Buffalo Bob more or less terrifying?
So Buffalo Bill,
sorry.
and he was that because he's
Lotion guy.
most of his shit happens in the book before. I believe it's called Black Sunday. Because I once I got in, I read them all. And he was not. He basically was used just like the movie. Everything that happened with it puts the lotion. That's all that. And he did make the suit and all. Now, The biggest difference was when he remember when she goes to the prison and all the guys are yelling shit at her or whatever, and that one dude's jerking off and he said something, and then when she came back, that cell was empty. What they didn't put in the movie, which they should have because it was a really cool moment in the book, Hannibal liked her and respected her, and so when he's jerking off, he comes and he throws the wad and it hits her in the fucking face. And Hannibal Lecter is such a fucking evil genius. He talked to the guy. He was like, hey, man, there's this really cool trick that you do, like when you're jerking off and it'll make it come, blah, blah, blah. And the guy was crazy. He talked him into swallowing his own tongue. Hannibal Lecter killed him with words from the next cell because he disrespected Clarice Starling. Yeah. And they so
Cool move, but it didn't get to come off her face. You could have just handed her a handkerchief and be like, sorry about my cellmate. He's a dick.
But yeah, that movie, I was like, and then for it to win Best Picture, I was like, holy shit, I was right. This is a really good movie.
I mean, thanks, but
I'm still sticky.
What about you, Trey?
For me, I got a few of them.
Really?
Yeah, Holes. For me,
Holes is a strong
was a better
never read
movie than the book. We had to read it. We had to read the book as a class, and the movie was way better.
That's a good movie.
What's it about?
It's about this motherfucker that go to a concentration camp.
Shia LaBeouf was
Yeah, it was Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf is in
Before
it.
he was a dick.
It's a few people that was in it.
I got one more too before you list the rest
go
of it.
ahead.
But The Passion of the Christ. Anyway, go ahead.
Jesus Christ. And that
was
was so
better
stupid. That was so
in the-
stupid. No,
It
why?
was
why
better
that-
as
why-
Caviezel. That's all I'm saying.
Fuck.
That's good.
else you got?
But on whole, oh shit, y'all made me blank. Malcolm X, what the movie was better than the book, in my opinion.
You know what?
He was
Is
a person,
your
right?
favorite movie? The
Huh?
Notebook.
What the book? Was it based on an autobiography?
The movie was
It's
Malcolm
based on
X.
the autobiography of Malcolm
Of
X.
Malcolm
Yes.
X, yeah.
But it was just one. I don't know when you're making.
Is it based on the actual book? That's what I'm asking. Or is it just
shit.
based on the
Okay.
person?
I'll
Follow
take
the
that
narrative
out.
of the
I'll
book.
take that out.
That's all I'm asking.
And that's the thing when you're doing a biopic and you're doing history or whatever. Like I kind of like count this as like this is works of fiction. Like Silence of the Lamb was a made up
Okay.
story. What was yours?
Fight Club.
Fight Club.
Fight Club. Yeah, the works of fiction. Like
Okay.
biopics. Because I mean, look, man, Walk the Line was probably better than watching a documentary about fucking Johnny Cash.
About Johnny
Yeah,
Cash.
it's
You're right.
like,
Fair enough. I take that out. So then, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. We also got to go off shit we read. So that's what I'm saying. So it's like, for me, I like the movie better than the book. The book was really good.
What was
Oh, I love that movie.
who wrote?
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah,
He
I
wrote the
love
book?
Never
He
Been
wrote the
Enough.
book, yeah. So
I didn't know it came out. It came out as a book.
it's a book first. That's his whole shit. He did
Yeah.
also something else he did is also
He
a
just-
book or whatever. Like he
Does
considers
release-
himself
does he
a
release
writer.
those though? I
read it. I read it
Obviously.
through. So
I didn't even realize that. I
Yeah,
knew,
I
I knew he
mean,
wrote them long for him.
my
but I didn't
sister
even-
had it on her Kindle. She was like, "You liked it. You keep watching this movie." So then but I think I did it fucked up because I watched the movie first and then I read the book. So is that wrong? Do people y'all it sound like y'all read the book first and then watched the movie?
I was forced when I was a kid.
Yeah, because I got no
I-
shit.
I-
Okay.
Like I saw the movie The Notebook before I ever read, but I read a bunch of that dude's books.
Right.
And the book was kind of a letdown, to be honest. The movie was actually kind of cool. It was a neat story. It was an interesting story. The book wasted a whole lot of time on the bullshit part of the movie. You know,
Oh,
Yeah.
where
yeah.
he's like doing all this stuff and she's just fucking him around.
You know, I got strong feelings about that's
I know,
the worst
that's what made me
movie.
laugh. I was just
Fuck
thinking
that
about
movie.
that. I was like,
She
man,
dragged that son of a bitch through so many things,
oh,
bro. It was
she
the most.
drags him through 350 pages in the book.
It's so, and he just sits there and reads to that forgetful ass, hateful, fucking miserable bitch. The whole just.
You talk about Fight Club. Now, Fight Club might be the best adaptation, but the worst I've ever seen. Chuck Palahniuk also wrote a book called Choke. And they made a movie out
Terrible.
of it. And I walked out of the theater like I just was like, "Get me to the car because I'm gonna hit the first motherfucker I see."
It's bad.
It's the worst thing. Choke is an amazing book. It is so great. I could not put it fucking down.
The first
so
Harry Potter, Sorcerer and the Sorcerer's Stone. I like the movie better
So
than the book.
I watched. I don't think I'd read Harry Potter before the first movie came out, And then when the first movie came out, I was like, oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Let me go read and then I read the book.
Yeah.
So I did that backwards, and I love the book. I was like, man, this is deep. Like, there's shit in here. And then I read all.
I read all those during the pandemic. Rach turned me on to them, and I
great.
had never read them, and so and then we watched all the movies.
Yeah.
You know,
The
and
movies became.
I enjoyed the shit out of the movies.
How do you
but
feel
I really
about-
enjoyed the books.
So to me, after I read the books, the movies were so perfect renditions of the book. So perfect, in fact, that I was bored. When I watched the movies.
I can see.
I
There
was
was one, the Halfling Prince, or what is that? One
The
of
Half-Blood Prince, yeah.
that one was so spot on. It was like watching the book.
Uncomfortably
You know what I mean?
so.
Yeah, I see.
Like they did. It's such a good translation.
I've had a few where like I read a book and then saw a movie and didn't,
I'll tell you another one. The Never-Ending Story.
I was going to
I was
ask
gonna say
you,
Princess
what was your
So the Prince. I've read both.
The Princess Bride book is stupid. The movie's pretty
Whoa!
awesome.
Hold up.
Duck and cover trade.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't like the book better than the movie. The book didn't have Andre the Giant.
No, but the book is so meta in the fact that it's a translation of a book that was never written, which makes it's so you're reading it where S.J. Morgenstern.
Well, I wish they had translated it better.
So the
It was a better book.
the way it's written, it's that he found this manuscript and whatever, but was also editing and omitting. So he'll go like, the next 3 pages are where Morgenstern just droned on about the contents of the pantry. So I'm going to skip that and go to but there's no source that he's so to me, when I read it that way, it's really, really, really good. The Princess Bride still as a movie is flawless.
Yeah.
Flawless. It is still better than the book, but don't sully the book.
What were your thoughts about the Lord of the Rings?
So I didn't read The Lord of the Rings until I was an adult, and I had already seen all the movies, and I loved the movies. Really enjoyed the shit out of the books too.
Here's the thing. I never read them. So when they started making them, people were like, dude, wait till you see the next one. Because I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because I was like
you
the
call
only
it
person
spoiler
I
alerts
knew.
on books from the 40s?
Yeah. But like, I was
That's on you, homie. How
But no,
soon
I
is
was the
too
only
soon?
person I knew who hadn't read them. And no, it's fine. You can spoil it. If the next movie, if I'm not looking at the fucking poster saying coming next month and you're going to tell me what's in it, hey, dude, I'm the only person I know who hadn't read this. This is all a surprise to me.
Let me enjoy it. Yeah.
Don't do this.
I when I was a kid, one of my favorite, we were Pentecostal, so a lot of Christian books, one of my favorite book series was The Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh, yes.
Yes, The Lion, the Witch, and the
And
Wardrobe.
those
was my favorite.
movies have been kind of a letdown to me.
Yeah, big time.
They only did 3.
I love Dark Towers, and I finally started watching that. I had high hopes for
How far
Idris
did you make
Elba.
it?
I did not finish.
Same.
Yeah,
I-
I was real disappointed.
So I have a question. What is a book that you've read that you wish they would turn into a movie?
I can think of so many examples of ones they've done badly.
Yeah.
There's a the what I want to see, and it's coming out. And this is what I just found this out. I don't know how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
There's a Chinese sci-fi trilogy called The Three-Body Problem.
Oh, okay.
That is hands down the best sci-fi I've ever read. It's every little vignette could be its own franchise. It's crazy good. And some of it, to me, is unshootable. Some of it takes place in a fourth dimensional world with there are instances where 4-dimensional things become 2-dimensional, and it's the way they describe all of this in prose seems impossible to create. And that's what I want to see. I want to see somebody do something I don't think can happen.
Yeah.
There's one I read that they did a movie of, but I really wish somebody would do a movie about what the actual book was about, and that's Christine by Stephen King.
Yeah,
I would like to see
so hard. Oh,
that.
God.
I enjoy that movie for what it is, but to me, it's standalone. It doesn't have anything to do with
Your
the
mama
book.
didn't make,
other
your mama
than
didn't
a
make you
car.
read it before you saw it.
Yeah. No, I
So
did read it before I saw it, and that book's amazing. I would love to see a movie about that
They
book
should.
and the
They
story
really
that
should.
happens
So
in that
for
book.
me, who totally ignorant, so I do know Christine is a crazy car that drives itself, right?
Yeah, in the movie, yeah.
So what's the book?
The book still has a car named Christine, but there's a reason. In the movie, they never tell you why the car is the way it is. They never tell you why this is happening or
It's
what's
just a
occurred.
ghost car?
This is just a ghost car that fixes itself and fucks people up. You know, they never really get into that. The book is all about the junkyard guy's brother who owned the car and what a first class piece of shit goblin he was, and beating his wife and assaulting his kids and just this horrible human being. And he's what haunts the car and like, dude, in the book,
So it's basically
the
a
dude when
serial
he's driving
killer's
the
soul
car
is in the
looks up
car.
in the rear view mirror and sees this dude in the car with him,
And they don't
then
touch any of that in the
he's-
movie.
No, and then he
No,
starts
it's
seeing
just a creepy
himself
car.
turn into the guy. And he starts singing the songs the guy liked to sing. They do a little bit of that in the movie where he starts slicking his hair back different, listening to different stuff on the radio. But the book really goes into this whole story about this dude that
'Cause
created this evil.
But so the thing is, in the book, the guy possesses him. In the movie, the car possesses him and makes him change. And but like you said,
But wait,
they
is the
never tell you
car
what the fuck happened with the car?
in the book? Is the car alive?
The car is demonic in the book.
Yeah,
You know,
it's like
but
self-aware.
but it's possessed by him, the same dude that's possessing the
got you.
kid that buys the car.
Yeah, he kind of moves from the car to the kid.
But it's not all junked up when he gets it. The car's like sitting in a garage, isn't in good shape, and the kid cleans it up a little bit and starts driving.
So my thing was, because of my mom's rule, I read Misery before I saw it, and this is how this whole thing came up. I was talking to Chicken before the episode. I wish she didn't have that rule because Kathy Bates is one of my favorite actresses of all time. She fucking slays it, and it was like, if I did not read that book, this movie is phenomenal. And because I read that book, I'm just like, y'all fucked up.
I mean,
again.
was your mom testing you?
No, it was her way.
Can't you just say, "Yeah, I read it"?
Yeah.
I mean,
I write a book report.
Yeah,
I could have, but I liked reading.
You liked reading, yeah.
Yeah, when I was a kid. So I was one of the only black kids in my school, and when I was a kid, I was that kid who, when it came down to read, I read stuff, and the white kids made fun of me. And that's why I got a spelling bee trophy from 1988. Because when they introduced the spelling bee, I was like, I took that book around with me, and I was like, I'm gonna get you motherfuckers back for this.
Nothing motivates like white hate.
Yeah, no. And here's the
Put
thing.
that on a shirt.
And you're the same age, so I bet you remember this book.
Motive hate.
Yeah, motivate. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a white person I can get to hate me.
Do you remember?
Should be easy enough.
Have you heard of the Republican Party?
I'll go to the rodeo.
Also, you need some melanin. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you remember a book called Sideways Stories from Wayside School?
Look, this
No,
motherfucker-
Chicken
Yes.
does.
Oh, that's,
Dude.
oh, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. This motherfucker got hype over a book, y'all. Y'all should have seen it. You'd have thought he saw a touchdown gets going.
It's a great book. It's the silliest fucking thing ever. And it's so
You don't do that over no book.
Chicken was reading that book in his van last night.
So these motherfuckers tease me so much for not being able to read, right? Every day at the end of class, the teacher would read us one chapter. She would sit down right before the bell rang. She'd read us one chapter from this book, and the whole class would get there, whatever. Bro, when I got to where I was like reading shit, and like I was already doing Stephen King at like 7, they motherfuckers made one more comment about me fucking not being able to read. Went to the library, I checked out the book, and at the end of class every day I spoil that shit. The second she started talking, I was like, "Oh, that nigga gets detention." And like at the end of this chapter, can I leave now? And they're like, "Why? We were waiting." I was like, "Oh, I thought y'all said I couldn't read. I thought y'all said I couldn't read." Yeah. Oh no, I was a dick then. Fuck you. I make fun of black you can't read.
They said you couldn't read.
No,
That's
they
fair.
didn't say you couldn't. They said you read slow, and you went home and spent 7 hours reading that chapter to get those motherfuckers the next day.
And then,
Same
and then in
came in
1988, they
trauma-bound.
ate my dick in the spelling bee. So
Funny enough, that was the first phrase.
Use that in a sentence.
I'm bringing that trophy to the next podcast. I still got that motherfucker. Let's sleep next to it.
Dude, did you watch that video I sent you? The Lizzo video?
Hell yeah, I did.
Of Lizzo
Yeah.
in a
Lizzo
spelling
I
bee?
singing-
said you do. Did you not watch
I
it?
didn't-
Guess
didn't
what she
see
was
it.
singing?
What?
Fucking Rammstein. Of course I watched
Oh,
it.
that's right.
That's what I thought of you the minute I
The
watched
title
that.
said Lizzo sings Rammstein. Bro, I
I
cranked
just
that shit
assumed
to
that
my
was for him.
speakers.
I just assumed that was straight for Sam.
This ain't my video.
Of course I fucking watched it.
She covered
She's
Rammstein?
kind of screwing around, but she's funny as hell.
She's in Germany.
She starts going.
Yeah, like there's a riff with her fucking mouth or whatever.
She's like, I'm having a good time in Hamburg, bitch.
Of course, she was a motherfucking Hamburg. She did do house.
I got excited because I thought she was actually going to cover the song, and I wanted to hear her cover
So
the
when
song.
I saw the caption, I was like, bro, if there's a band behind her doing it and she does it in German, I'm like, dude, I'm your new biggest fan. Fuck yeah, black metalheads, let's go.
That'd be a trip, right?
I like an unorthodox,
I do too,
unexpected.
man. I love that shit, dude.
Yeah, that's about the last pairing. If you put a stack of musicians and a stack of songs and ask me to match them up, for sure the last two things on the list would be those two.
When this is over, I'll play you Pink live at one of her shows. Does Led Zeppelin's "Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You"?
Oh, I believe that.
It is haunting and it is fucking incredible.
Dude,
believe
I'm going to say this and it'll forever be on record, but I heard Taylor Swift cover Drops of Jupiter, and it was
I can't tell. So which one's gay, the song or the singer?
absolutely amazing. Yeah, you take it however you want. I love that song, and her cover was
she's
incredible.
wildly talented, and that was in Train's still not sucky
Yeah.
days.
Mhm.
Miley Cyrus' "Nothing Else Matters" is really good, but her Jolene is the best.
Yeah.
God damn,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so fucking good.
Trey,
No,
have you recognized anything that's been
No,
said
I
so
mean,
far?
you know, Lizzo.
Outside of
Trey
the
knows
and
who Taylor
or
Swift
these.
is.
Lizzo, I know Taylor Swift. She fucked up Ticketmaster. I don't know. I don't have a cover or anything. I saw. This ain't fucking it, but I saw a concert with James Brown and Liberace, and Liberace was covering "This Is a Man's World." And that opera shit is on YouTube. That shit was fire.
That
I was
is
like,
cool.
Playing
damn.
on a Schwarzkowski
Yeah,
piano.
With all them rings on and
and
shit.
James Brown was doing all his James Brown shit. And he let Liberace go up, and
Yeah.
it was fucking insane. It's like, it
might
like
go
gives
look
me
for that
chills.
now.
Those
I'm
two
like,
supposed
shit.
to be
It's
together.
on YouTube.
That's supposed to.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
It's on
supergroup.
YouTube.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
way
getting
too
that
many
rabbit
rhinestones,
hole.
bro.
Yeah.
Some little girl in Taiwan's fingers were bleeding. Making them goes,
All you know is the camera operator's mad as hell.
We're never gonna get this show off by 6 o'clock. Somebody call Elvis's guy. And somebody,
You'll only see more rhinestones at the rodeo.
yeah, dude,
You're
fuck that.
absolutely right.
somebody call
man.
Elvis's guy. Get that evil Knievel seamstress. We gonna have.
Is there any cover you'd like to hear by somebody?
Well, before
they could be alive or dead.
I answer that, I was going to tell you the most disappointing one I've ever saw. Seal dropped an album, and I saw Seal, "A Change Is Gonna Come." He's covered by Sam Cooke, and I was like, I would love to hear this. Don't listen to it, bro. It's
that doesn't
disappointing.
sound good to me.
It's
Well,
disappointing.
yeah, most Sam Cooke covers are like, don't do this.
Yeah, that's
And most Seal songs.
I feel very strongly that way about Sam Cooke.
Yeah.
Every time I hear somebody, I'm like,
yeah.
man, maybe you shouldn't have. But, you know,
Yeah, don't fuck with it.
That's literally Seal covering Sam Cooke is the musical equivalent of vegan barbecue.
You know,
That's-
And it comes out
That's
exactly.
scary accurate.
Yes. I bet
still-
that song tastes like a grilled watermelon.
one of my favorite covers still was hearing Prince do "The Best of You" by Foo Fighters.
so
I mean, he does some great covers, but "The Best of
Oh boy,
You."
you said Prince.
Well-
Everybody, put your mics down.
but Prince to me, if anybody was gonna cover song, I wish he was still here because that dude, when he did a cover, it fixed songs. He would make bad songs good songs. Like he did. Cause I hate. It wasn't a bad song, but it was so overplayed. Radiohead's "Creep," and he played it, and it was like a brand new song to me. It was suddenly
course.
like, oh. So I think I would want to bring Prince back to life and have him cover the worst music that's ever been made. Barbie Girl, Blue Christmas, Nookie.
Whoa!
I said Blue
Pump the
Christmas.
fucking brakes,
I said
bro.
Blue Christmas. I said Blue Christmas.
Blue Christmas.
100%. Worst
You're
song.
over here upset about the Princess Bride book, and you
Yes.
just shit on
Oh
Elvis
shit!
Presley?
Oh shit!
I will
My
look me in
God.
the face, Tennessee.
I'm looking you in the
I
face.
will look your southern balls ass.
I'm looking at you, bro.
Blue Christmas.
You're in trouble.
Blue Christmas is the
No.
worst song that's ever been. I will take my headphones off and walk into traffic, and if it's not traffic, I will fucking hire people to drive into me. I am telling you, that
bro.
song,
He hates it.
that song is audible kryptonite. When they go,
it?
doo-doo-doo-doo, when they do that high.
That's the best part of the song.
No.
Jerry
Come
White
on,
Longman.
man.
That is the most offensive sound to the human ear that's ever been created. And there are I don't know how many millions of people that heard bombs fall in Japan.
That's ever been written, son.
No.
That's the
Yeah.
what that and Owl City's
By
fuck
who?
Fireflies.
Blue Christmas.
Yeah, I
by
like
who?
it.
Elvis
Elvis
Presley,
Presley.
who probably didn't write it. He probably stole it from a black dude.
He most likely stole.
No black dude
Terrible.
wrote something that soulless.
Oh no! He ain't still no goddamn Blue Christmas. That sound like when he tried. No, I can write my own shit.
He probably
I
stole
ain't
it
got
from.
to steal from y'all no more.
He probably stole it from
Blue
Mac
Christmas
Davis.
it is. They're like, boy.
It is that song is. I swear to
No,
God, nothing
no,
make Jerry. You
no.
could get me to tell secrets
No,
by
I don't
playing
find you
that
wrong
song.
often, but I find
This
you wrong
is. I don't
tonight.
find you wrong often. But this is the most. This is friendship questionable. Blue
Tonight.
Christmas is.
I
the
didn't know it was a
most-
Christmas song.
It's not. It's not even a song. It's,
It is an amazing
It
song.
is it is where the word I can tell you this, whatever year that came out in is when the verb caterwaul was invented.
No.
Same year. Same year.
It's a testament to his vocal range. Testament to his vocal range.
It is.
Testament.
Testament.
Ooh, that song is a testicle. That song
king.
sucks.
You
It is
vocal
the
range.
Well,
king.
y'all be dying on them Elvis heels, boy.
Oh,
God damn.
Oh,
I
there's a lot
didn't
of
know it was Elvis. I was gonna ride with. If it was anybody else,
That song's bad.
he was
bro.
like Johnny Cash. I mean, okay, maybe you
Johnny
said
Johnny Cash would have done.
He
Blue
wouldn't have done it,
Christmas.
yeah.
Johnny Cash would have called whoever wrote that song into the studio and shot him
Johnny Cash really.
just to watch him die.
I shot Santa last night. That's what Johnny Cash.
Blue Christmas.
Motherfucker came down
I
with
heard
chimney and I
Johnny-
shot him.
I heard Johnny Cash cover "I Won't Back Down" by Tom Petty,
Oh.
and
I bet he
it's
meant it.
actually it's legit cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So here's the thing.
Because
That-
that's two different
that-
kinds of won't back down.
Yeah,
And I'm still looking at you for liking this song, motherfucker.
bro, I'm
This
still
is-
looking at you for thinking all those horrible things.
That album where Johnny Cash covered "Hurt," everybody went nuts about the "Hurt" cover. You know what the first song on that album
Rusty
was?
Cage?
He covered "Rusty Cage"
Yeah.
by Soundgarden, and it was so much fucking better.
And that's one he covered
So
in
great.
concert all the time.
Yeah.
And, like that was one he did live. He also does the
Welcome
the
back, Trey.
the
No, I'm here
Roberta
with
Flack
y'all.
song.
Killing Me Softly?
No,
What's her other? There's another.
Come on.
popular
I will always love
Time
you.
Ever I saw your face.
one. I saw your face. Who covered that after her?
I don't know, but
Everybody?
Johnny did it in honor of June and covers it, and it's just heartbreaking. It's just he
You
said
listen
it was
to-
one of the first things he ever heard live, like at a concert.
Yeah. Have you? Do you listen? Have you listened to Johnny Cash at all?
I only saw Walk the Line.
Okay. There's
Oh, I gotta get you the
You see what I'm saying?
just his 20 best.
there's some
okay.
Cash and not in this later cover stuff is like I mean there's soul
Yeah, it's
to it.
what's
Yeah.
the dude? The Beastie Boys, Rick Rubin.
Yeah.
It's Rick Rubin went and
Produced
hunted
it's-
him down, and he goes, "Hey, I think we should do something."
That's an
together."
incredible record. That's from like
And honestly,
96.
I'm like, I don't know who should be more honored. Like, Rick Rubin wants to work with me. Johnny Cash wants to work with me.
But this was like this
Rick
was
Rubin's like weird like that though. Like I saw a thing where
He
he,
can
was
do
talking,
anything.
he's like, I don't play any instrument. I just
Yeah.
have really good taste in music.
And I got great ears. Got great ears, yeah.
Go ahead.
Johnny Cash, storytelling, when it comes to it, like everybody goes nuts about a boy named Sue, which he didn't write. Shel Silverstein, who wrote Where the Sidewalk Kids wrote. But that's not even his best one. When you go home, get on Spotify, pull up a song called One Piece at a Time.
Oh, that's a great song.
It's fucking hilarious.
He didn't write that one either.
No,
Probably
but,
not.
But as far as storytelling goes, that story is better than A Boy Named Sue. One Piece at a Time is fucking hysterically funny, and it's so well done.
About a dude stealing a car.
Okay.
If you want to
he
just think
works-
about people that wronged you, listen to God Gonna Cut You Down.
Yep, guys, gonna cut you down. That's a good
That's
one.
You can sit there and think some dark shit about people listening to that song.
So
like, you
did
son
he
of a bitch.
did he redo that? Wasn't there like a didn't he do a second version of that with
Yeah, yeah.
somebody?
That
like
was Rick
either-
Rubin.
Was
Yeah.
it was
Who
that
added
on
the
Rick Rubin?
Who added the drums and all
But
that?
it's the guy from the Clash singing with him.
Yeah.
Strummer.
That's
Yeah. He does a couple. He does like a Bob Marley song with Joe Strummer too.
Yeah.
On that same.
That's the
Because
Cash.
it's 4 discs and every one of them is like covers.
I like
specialty covers.
I like the old Cash and I like all that stuff,
Yeah.
but it's that experimental weird later Johnny
it's
Cash.
really-
that's-
it's-
And there's a song called "Get Rhythm" that is the most fun you'll ever hear with your
Yeah.
ears.
When you get
Look, shoe shine
blue.
boy, and everything. It's
I,
about little black
I like
kids
Mary
shining.
J. Blige. I like Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige covered
Garbage Bag Pants. Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, Sexy to the motherfucker at 53, Mary J. Blige. Now,
Yeah, bro, them
Yeah.
thighs at the Super Bowl. Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
God damn.
But can you get her to jump out of a plane?
Call back.
No, no, but she might let you shoot syrup on her.
Mary J. Blind.
There really is no more tears.
No, she covered.
That guy's not using that patch.
Yeah, she covered Nina Simone's.
Don't do it.
Please don't let me be misunderstood.
Misunderstood.
And it was like, damn, don't
Go check it
like.
out.
Don't, it's one of those Sam Cooke moments. Like, just don't touch this song.
Nobody should touch Nina Simone.
Except for Eric Burden.
Okay, so
Okay.
He did it well so many times.
Yeah, and Joe Cocker.
yeah,
Joe Cocker
I
killed
guess-
the shit out of that
okay.
song, man.
But the king of covering Nina was Eric Burden.
Eric Burden.
Eric
did have-
Burden.
he had a number.
oh, I for a long time thought Eric Burden wrote all that shit. You know.
Bro, I thought House of the Rising Sun was his.
That song actually goes back before even her. House
Yeah,
of
it
the
does.
Rising Sun is
It
like,
does, but like,
It's
but
like
but,
an old standard.
but when he covers 5 of her other songs, I'm like, I know where you got it.
I would put in fact, I've got 2 songs that I think should never be covered again. House of the Rising Sun is
Yes.
one, and Folsom Prison Blues is the other. Those are the 2
I've heard a
songs
lot of bad covers
that have
of
been
House of the Rising
over-covered.
Sun.
And same with Folsom Prison Blues.
Everlasting Folsom Prison, though, it was dope.
It's like I gotta hear one good one for every. It's another anyway.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
I'm just getting educated.
But what's your cover? So you said Prince.
But I would want to hear. I think too many people cover good songs. I would like to
Yeah.
see someone rearrange something
Okay.
that was
Maybe something
terrible.
mediocre.
Like what Diddy did to that Sting song. I'll be missing you. He made it better.
That
They added drums and
It's
you know what I
It
mean?
was a police.
it had a good the police. I'm sorry.
Oh,
He was
ahead.
kind of right.
Sting was in
somebody's
it.
having
right?
his Blue Christmas moment.
Oh yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
No,
Hold on, Slave.
I
Hey,
just have a correct everybody about music moment.
no,
That's
give,
why-
give
that's
him
why I'm
props for
here.
getting that close.
No.
Oh.
I wasn't freaking out. I was just saying that the
I don't know. Your eye was twitching. that was the police. That was the police. It wasn't the police.
it wasn't so much about that. It was, but they wrote a really good stalking song in the '80s, and I don't. know
He
the
said
number.
police, and then me and Trey's eyes twitched.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Sting. You're 100%
Yeah,
right.
the
Sting.
police.
The
Yeah.
best thing that Diddy did as far as him remixing and it
Sample.
was
That
Okay.
Godzilla soundtrack song with Zeppelin.
the Zeppelin one, and then Nas's "Hate Me Now," where he took Carmina Burana and fucking made that a beat. That was the dopest thing he ever did. 'Cause
That song gets used too much for me, though.
not in that fucking.
What
man.
song is? Oh, Hate Me Now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
that song's like fucking 2,000 years old.
Yeah, that's a strong one.
Yeah, dude, that's the dopest.
That's the only thing
P.
I know
Diddy
is the sampling version of everything.
So
These-
I've got,
Lil Jon-
I've got hip hop songs I'd like to. I'd like to see
Lil Jon doing
Kid
Crazy
Cudi
Train.
do
Yeah.
Ballad of a Dead Soldier by Tupac. You're right, because that'd be a trip, right? Because Cudi's got such a crazy voice. You don't think he could hit that?
No, I'm
no, he
listening.
just I don't know the song, but Cudi do too much humming. But I gotta say, this motherfucker is saving suicidal people. Like they be like, I'm gonna kill myself. He like, huh? They be like, I'm good, I'm straight. Put the razors
That
away.
rock
I'm
singing
good.
thing from.
Yeah, he'll start humming and they just be like, we good. Put the rope up.
We straight.
Bro,
You
you
get a
said
Cudi
covers
hum?
you'd like to see. I think it's only fair that Rammstein should do Lizzo.
Yeah, I'm in.
Is he the
I'm 100%
Rammstein alive?
that
Hell.
beach.
In a minute, I'm gonna need a sentimental man or woman to pump things up. Pump things up. In a minute.
I just took my daughter to see Rammstein like 6 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would want to see Andrea Bocelli cover Nickelback's "Rockstar"
Why?
to prove once and for all.
Clearly, he hates Andrea Bocelli.
To prove once and for all that song is fundamentally unfixable.
Okay, that's why. That's why. Got it. I understand.
Scientific
Let
proof.
him cover Blue Christmas. He changed it.
And you will also hear the minute that Italian fucking tenor put those caterwauling fucking whore lyrics in his Italian fucking song.
I would love to hear I would love to hear like one of the
Sounds
black.
like a bomb falling.
I would love to hear like one of the black divas. Oh my God! Because I was just like one of the black divas doing Led
Alfonso
Zeppelin,
Ribeiro?
doing the Led Zeppelin, bro. Just because of the dancing that I know she would do with it. If Beyonce did Whole Lot of Love, the stage show for it would be just the greatest. That you just jerk off to that for an hour.
Does the drummer get to do the big long breakdown while she does some weird lemonade stuff on stage?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Is she just shaking and shaking and shaking? Yeah, during the drums, fuck yes. But the oh God, yes.
I love to hear DMX cover. Mariah Carey's "All I Want
Cover
for
that
Christmas
grief.
Is You."
Like, what are you talking about?
All I want for group.
All I want for Christmas is you. He just comes on growling. Yeah.
I don't want a love for Christmas. What?
Yeah.
There is just one thing I need. Come on. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. Gonna give it to you. You want a present, DMX? Gonna give it to you.
Santa gonna give it to you.
Bro,
That's
it was
really
one of our
fucking
first
funny.
podcasts. Remember when DMX did that radio interview where he sang Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Yeah,
Reindeer?
yeah.
No, this podcast has been on
Oh,
since 2011.
Shit. Yes, bro, he did that.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh,
What?
What? He was
Had
doing
a
his
very
ad-libs.
shiny nose. Come on, come on.
I just put Lil Jon in the sleigh. We gotta change it.
No, Lil Jon took the what from DMX?
That's it.
God damn. Yeah, that'd be wild. Shit. You got any more injuries, Slade?
No, I'm in the best shape of my life now.
Gotta be
Back
getting
up.
ready to
Knock,
leave.
knock, knock.
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
feeling good. I'm feeling good.
You fucking people your age?
We gotta
Hell no.
Christ.
no.
All that young pussy throw you back out. Oh,
Hey, you just get him to listen to Blue Christmas.
That's where we end it. Good night, everybody.
Man ain't wrong. Listen, at his gravesite. No, I'm getting in. I'm in Africa shape. I got Japan before that, and then I'm all international for the next stretch. And we gotta be. I know how much you gotta move on these tours.
Yeah,
man.
a ton.
It's, you know.
Yeah,
it's,
it's
everybody at this
boom,
table
boom,
knows.
boom,
It's
boom,
all
boom, yeah.
nonstop.
Man, working out and getting ready
Yeah.
so I can keep up.
You gonna,
Hurry up and wait.
You gonna film everything?
I'm gonna film a lot.
Fuck yeah.
I'm really psyched about it.
I'm excited. too.
Not all points of it.
What
but
do
there are
you?
a
What
lot
do
of
you?
points.
You already got some reticence in your voice. There's already some
No, this
yeah,
go ahead.
hesitation.
I always like
Where do you think it's going?
No, I'm just saying, go ahead.
if I'm going somewhere new, I always I want it's food. You know, I want to know what the hell I got to eat over there. I don't know what.
Just want to point out
We're
that
going
this
to a
was
lot
not
of
me.
different places in
Nice
Africa.
slave.
A lot
Correct.
of different cuisines.
Djibouti?
And, most of them seem to be vegetable and plant based, which is the shit I do not eat.
Uh-huh.
So
I'm gonna start right with you.
I'm like, I don't know at what point on this tour me and Slade are gonna be walking around. I'm just gonna be asking people for what they'll sell their animals for. You know? Just a camel.
My daughter.
By, like, how much does it cost to get that barbecued? You know, like
I will
like,
say
how
this:
much?
in Niger,
camel
we
leg.
had the best camel I've ever eaten in my
Oh
life.
God, yes.
Damn.
Oh fuck yes.
So camels on the menu.
I'll eat some camel. It looks like
The-
it
It's
looks
so
like
good,
a
bro.
big weird cow.
But also,
it's like texture for
You
eating me.
wouldn't eat camel?
No, that sounds
Yeah,
good.
that sounds
It-
good.
It was
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
amazing, bro.
how in danger am I of being eaten? You
Oh,
look
yeah.
like if you can't find a good protein dish
Well, that you know.
about day 13.
Yeah, I don't know how many days you're supposed to wait before it's it's okay. You know, where there's how many days do you have to wait for there's no charges? You know what I mean? Like in that movie Alive where they crashed the plane into the.
Well, I think
Like,
one.
was there like a legal? Is there like a you can't eat nobody before day 7, but after day 7 everybody's fair game. You know.
Hey, I got blood
Especially if
sugar
they're already
issues,
frozen.
man.
short
You better not
statute
be
of
heavy
limitations.
sleeping.
Motherfucker, you gonna be able to eat your own foot.
We gonna be
You
able to
keep yourself alive.
They can split. They can split
You
your
keep
foot.
working that bag out. I like backstrap. Right. That's my favorite.
He gonna tenderize one of those hammers from his shop. No,
I thought
long
you were
does a
doing
cat
a whip
weigh?
motion. I didn't like that. I was like, no, bro. No.
no, it's just a hammer.
And a
That's it.
Southern Boss shirt. That's not good.
Don't ever do that motion anywhere.
Who's with me? No, you're gonna be fine. There's meat everywhere.
How long does your
It
cat
didn't look
wait?
like
though?
I was just Wikipediaing it. It's like most of their cuisine is plant based.
So a lot of
shit that I'm not gonna eat.
we'll have fish in places.
Okay.
We'll have
Fish is
there's
not really meat.
It might be the closest you get in some places.
You're
motherfucker.
already shitting on African foods.
No. I'm not shitting on African foods. I'm shitting on fish.
So
Fish. Then I said,
fish is the flesh of a living animal. That's meat.
Well,
Does it have to be red?
no, but
chicken's
it's
weight.
got to be like a real animal.
Like
you
what?
know?
How's a fish not a real animal?
Well, they're not.
How
They're,
not?
They're like they breathe underwater.
No,
Animals
you
don't
know
do
what
that
it-
shit.
What about whales?
it don't
They don't
feel
breathe
him
underwater.
up.
Breathe underwater.
They don't breathe underwater, but they live down there. What's the difference between a fish and a whale?
I
Real
eat
talk.
some whale, right?
I bet you would.
That's
So
probably red
is
meat.
shrimp food? Is shrimp food?
Shrimp.
No, I don't. Well, I don't do that. I'm allergic to shellfish,
Oh.
so I don't.
So
fuck
you're
with any of
biased.
that.
So what about but like if I
I
just,
used to like it a lot, but
if I put a flounder in front of you,
yeah, I'm gonna eat it.
It's
but
meat.
It, you know,
It
it's-
don't feel whatever. If it fill him up, it's meat.
Yeah.
God damn it, steak.
all right, if I put
That's meat.
non-flounder in front
If
of you,
he gotta eat 12 fish.
Yeah.
God damn it, he gotta eat all of the fish Jesus brought.
Yeah.
In order for him, this is meat right here. 5 fish.
Yo,
It's meat.
Yo, Jesus, don't go nowhere. Right? just stay right there a minute. Just hang tight. Just hang.
Hey, run that back. Run that back. Can
you
you?
said it like you had unlimited shrimp at Red
Yeah,
Lobster.
exactly.
You said, it could,
Motherfucker had a Brazilian
hey,
steakhouse.
has anybody seen the Lord? When the Lord comes back, tell him I'm gonna go to the bathroom. When the Lord comes back,
If the
tell
Lord
him,
comes back while I'm in the bathroom,
tell him I need 3 more fish, and
half
some
a
of
loaf
them
of
fries, some more
Hey,
bread.
Jesus, my card is green. Don't you see? That mean keep bringing.
Has anybody seen Jesus? Light a cigarette. It makes Jesus come faster. That's what I heard.
that's a weird sentence.
I know, because normally
That's funny.
Jesus smokes after sex.
Yeah. So how much meat you? Oh, you ain't gonna eat no meat.
Yeah, no, that's all.
Oh, you gonna find it.
He's not
in
gonna eat any
Africa,
vegetables.
Like,
I'm
you
on.
scared to go in Africa?
I may have to smuggle some meat.
So in
Bro.
I
now,
can
here's-
picture
here's
you
the
with
thing.
a
That would be-
What if I'm stupid to go to prison for a steak?
Yeah, you got 8 steaks in your ass.
Yo, ass.
There's blood leaking down his left leg.
Are you on your period, sir?
Yeah.
Your ass smuggling meat into Africa is like me smuggling watermelon into Norway. you motherfucker.
That's funny as hell.
Africans at the airport be like, we told you. They do what they do.
It'd be the funniest thing to
cheeseburgers
ever go to
everywhere.
prison for.
How far you think you could make it through airport security with a brisket taped to your inner
Well, I
leg?
mean, they're metal detectors, not brisket detectors.
My point. I feel like even if you had to get into this machine, it just looks like more meat. It looks like you got some interesting bone structure happening.
If I layer it correctly, it go bone out.
Man.
Why you got ribs in your leg?
Hey, depending on how long that flight is, that shit might cook on the way there. You be like, damn.
Everybody wants salted ribs. They ain't smoked, but they're hot.
Hey, is there any Tony Chachere's in Africa?
Yeah.
What do you cook these with? Friction?
Rib tickler, nothing.
What did I cook them with? 23B. The exit row. That's what I cooked it
I
with.
smoked them 14 hours.
Taste that dry rub.
Didn't even turn them. Just trust the process. Didn't even turn them. Everybody got any butcher paper?
Yeah.
You're gonna love Africa.
Yeah, you're gonna be all right.
Oh, I'm super psyched about it. Shit, yeah.
It's going to be extraordinary.
Hell yeah.
I'm determined. Last time I was in the part of Egypt we're going to, my buddy reminded me online today. Sam Fedeli, big old Italian dude, and I took him out.
I never would have guessed.
This particular part of the coast goes down to this reef in the Red Sea, and it's gorgeous. And I was like, "You got to do it," but he was like, "I don't even know how to swim." I talked him into getting in the water with snorkels and fins, and he can't even swim. Like it was the most. I thought my friend died. Right, he kept going under the water, and then and I laughed. I couldn't stop laughing the whole
I
time.
thought you floated in the Dead Sea.
Not the Dead
Red.
Sea, the
Oh,
Red
sorry,
Sea.
Red
The
Sea.
Dead Sea we floated. The Dead Sea or the Red Sea, he just was drowning. It's like straight to the
Oh.
bottom. And I just could not stop laughing because he was too big to drown. He couldn't go. I
Yeah.
knew he wasn't gonna die. He
All
was
you
just
had to do
going.
is stand up.
He was gonna float. It was
Yeah.
ultimately he wouldn't stay down, but it was anyway. I'm gonna take you in there.
No, I'm definitely.
You're
I
you're
love snorkeling and
you
all
know,
that shit.
1,000%. No, he can function.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
He's water svelte.
Yeah, yeah, I do well in the water. I'm
Yeah.
good on
You're
that
gonna
shit.
do. You're gonna be spectacular. We're gonna find you food. We're gonna keep you hydrated. We're gonna put you in some water. We're gonna tell
We're
jokes.
gonna have a good time, man.
be
I'm
beautiful.
excited,
Bro, I
man.
floated
And we're
the
traveling
dead-
with Chase, and I just adore Chase.
It's
So.
awesome.
He's so fucking funny.
Another girl, we've talked a little bit back and forth in the group text. She
Lisa
sounds
Corral.
hilarious
She's
too. She's a lot of
fantastic.
fun.
It's a good group.
I floated the Dead Sea. I was washing the salt out of my dreads for like 3 days. That's so
Oh, it
much.
was that much,
Oh.
man.
If you touch your eye, you die. It's like
Oh, dude, yeah, it's like you rubbed broken glass in your eyeball.
it's
Like,
got
it's-
the
Oh.
Dead Sea has 8 or 9 times the salinity of regular salt water. So it's like 100%
I'd
salt.
say everything floats in there.
You
Everything.
just bob. You just
Yeah.
bob. You can't sing. But it's
you would
so
have never been later.
so slick, and it just your eyes. You touch them, and you're dead forever.
And then like you gotta wear shoes in it to get in there because all the rocks that are there, whatever, all that salt crystallizes on that. So it's like you're walking on broken glass. Yeah, it's a weird place.
All I mean is like a bad Steve Harvey bit. Like, why the hell would your ass get in something that's dead?
It's called the Dead Sea. Who told your black ass that you need to be going to the Dead Sea? Well, Steve, it was enjoyed. Hey, Jordan's supposed to be on your feet, son.
I said, where you want to go if you alive? And your country ass said the Dead Sea. Your ass said,
Who raised you, boy? Who raised
If
you?
he doesn't do a joke about black men and salt,
Now, you know damn well your black ass ain't got no business around that much salt. Ain't you ever watched Dr. Oz, Dr. Phil, Dr. Who, nigga?
Show me salt kills motherfuckers.
Bang, number one.
Dead. Oh, country ass.
yeah.
I love Steve Harvey.
I
so
love
much.
Steve Harvey too.
I think him as a person, I think is the most naturally funny human being. His material when he does specials, he's got some bangers and he's got some others and like
I
there are a
want
lot
to
of
see him. He's one person I actually would want to see him do one more. It would make
Yeah.
me laugh. Dog,
I would be
Steve
happy to
could
see it.
Steve get applause breaks with facial expression.
Yeah.
dude.
He'll just look.
He
and
put
like,
Family Feud back on prime time by doing that. When you say something dumb, he just turns and looks at the camera, and 30 seconds, the crowd
his
loses their
own
fucking
show.
mind.
He's like that on his own show, dude. When he was eating those dudes' chicken, it was called Song of the South or whatever. It had like collard greens in it. He goes, "Boy, I'm having a real black ass moment right now." And the way he said that
And
and
he's
wiped
kept
his
eating.
mouth with that napkin, I was like,
Even when he
I was on the floor.
even when he hosted that kids show,
oh,
Yes!
Big shots, little big shots,
bro,
Yeah.
was just as cold to those little trifling kids as they got the same face as if you answered watermelon for your favorite meat on Family Feud. The
Yes.
same look.
He don't give a fuck, and he's so fucking funny, man. And like, but like stand up wise, he had that bit about going to his niece's wedding.
Yeah,
That is one of the
that's a
funny.
class-
That's one of the
that's a
funniest
really
bits he's
good bit. It's
ever
about
written
7
in his
minutes
fucking
long,
life.
and it's just killing
Bang,
all the
bang,
way
bang.
through.
And the whole time he keeps going to his wife, goes, "I told you, don't say nothing."
Don't say nothing. I told you. Yeah, I told your
That
ass
was,
don't say nothing.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, he had a couple of other ones, man. That like where it's just like where you see it and you see the brilliance, and you're like, if anybody else was saying this, is it funny? Like it's. But Steve is just now that bit is funny. Period. You can write that in Braille and you laugh your ass off. But he doesn't matter. That bit's the shit. But Steve is just Steve.
I wonder what Steve Harvey's facial expressions look like in Braille.
And then the eyes are wide, and
What's-
the eyebrows are up, and the mustache is twinkling.
I was just gonna say, how many bumps his mustache? Bro, but when he did Kings of Comedy, he did that thing about the Titanic, and he took his hanky out and started blowing it like a sail. God damn, Steve Harvey's fucking.
No, that's definitely. But that y'all doing the Dead Sea shit, I feel like that's something he would. That's just a funny ass bit to me to think about that.
Man, we should write his new special
Yeah.
and then just send it to him.
Dead.
He's country Seinfeld.
Yes.
That's what he's like.
I ain't going.
He's country Seinfeld.
I ain't going nowhere where the first name is Dead. Hey, come on in the Dead fried chicken. I don't need that fried chicken. It's a Popeyes up the street that's perfectly alive.
Country Seinfeld.
Country Seinfeld.
That
Yeah.
sounds like a restaurant.
Yeah, they sell. What's that shit? Deli
Cracker
meat.
Barrel?
No.
No.
Country Seinfeld is just
See,
kosher.
Did
and
he
that's
make the choice to quit doing stand up?
Yeah, because he got the.
Okay.
When
He had
got
too
Well, I
many
know he's
fucking
got
jobs.
so much stuff
he
going
had
on.
too many jobs.
Yeah, he
but
had
I
all-
just didn't know if they were like telling him, like, "Hey, you can't go perform stand up because you're representing all these different brands."
No,
or
I'll tell you what
whatever.
happened because he talked about it a bunch
Okay.
of times. He had show. He was still doing stand up and he had all those shows. And then he did a joke and somebody was upset with the joke and they wrote in and they asked him, "Would you apologize?" Yada yada. At first he wasn't going to, but then he ended up having to because of that. Because he had all those jobs, he's representing all those things. He was like, "All right, well, I'm just gonna stop doing stand up because I don't want to
wanna
burn
do
these
this,
checks. I want
yeah.
to fuck these checks up."
Yeah.
So he stopped. He had the last special that he did at Vegas. He did the MGM thing, and it was huge. But yeah,
Was that his last
Have
show?
you
Like,
seen-
what was
That's
his
the last
last show?
in Vegas. Yeah.
Do you ever think about like what your last show is going to be? Like, where do you like?
Ooh.
I mean, unless you have an accident, you know.
Yeah, I expect I
No.
won't know mine.
Fucking-
No,
I mean,
like
I will
if
tell
you
you this:
retired,
after I go to
you-
the secret group, I try to eat right because I don't want that to. That's not what I'm shooting for. You know what I mean? Like,
No,
like,
you had a
I'm looking both
retirement
ways
show.
before I cross the street and walk across to the park.
If you had a retirement show, you mean like you're like, hey man, I'm not gonna do this after this show.
Yeah, or even you do it
Where
like
would you wanna
Dangerfield.
do it?
Dangerfield went down to the Laugh Factory, did 8 minutes, and went upstairs and died.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Killed it for 8 minutes and went upstairs and
But
died.
that's the thing. Like you're saying like a freak accident, or are you saying like this is my
You just can
retirement
pick it.
show?
I'm
gotta
saying
just do
if
it.
you got to look out there and you said, "This is my last show and this is where I want to be," where is that show? Why do you want it?
Unfortunately, Fitzgerald's doesn't exist anymore. That was my home for so long. I would love to have done Fitzgerald's and call that the Whiskey A Go Go in Los Angeles. I would love to do a fucking rock venue and just be like, "Yo, this is where it is," because CBGB is gone. Otherwise, that would have been it. Like my final show, Santa Maris last show, CBGB. Everybody pack it out. Don't fucking, paper it. I don't give a fuck. But I'm doing my last one. We're gonna tape it in CBGB, but it's gone. So the Whiskey A Go Go.
All right.
Interesting.
Or
That's a cool choice.
the last stop is now condos. Now give me their lobby.
That would work.
Pack my friends in their lobby, and hey, I just need this for 2 hours.
I've seen that lobby. I wouldn't do
I'm
that.
I'm gonna do 5 grams of mushrooms and then go back and do my last set at the 2001 Comedy Showcase.
Okay. So you're just gonna be in some empty strip buildings on
That's-
45.
No, I'm on
Talking to
5 grams
yourself.
of mushrooms, bro.
Oh,
This ain't- that room's as
Hey,
empty as I decided it is.
yeah.
That
One of
ain't a
us, one of
Luby's
us better
anymore.
drive him to the show.
That's not a Luby. No, I'm dying, motherfucker. Drop me off. Listen, this is I dream about that stage. I don't know that there's an equivalent to, and granted, this is a 20-year-old memory, right?
Yeah.
But that club, not even the Laugh Stop in its heyday. And I know
This
that
memory's older than the girls he dates.
it, you set up for that.
Why your ass? No, fuck. Go ahead.
I would argue that's the best stage I've ever stood on in my life.
Yeah.
I felt very much that way about the Laugh Stop stage. I
I-
wouldn't want that to be where my last show was.
Oh,
but,
you wouldn't if you could do your last show at the 2000 what year?
like 2005.
At the
2006.
2005 Laugh Stop. No?
No.
Honestly,
What
if
would you do?
I want big. I want the Ryman God damn
See,
it.
that's too big.
Oh, I want to polish out at the Ryman or the Fringe Festival in Scotland.
Nope.
I want all the way.
I'm doing it for me, bro. And
Jerry.
honestly, if I could do it at the 2005 last time,
Oh, I'm still doing it for me.
I would want to do it on the open mic stage in the fucking lounge. I wouldn't even want the
Those are.
backstage.
I've thought through this. I've thought through all the big stuff and all the theaters, and the truth is, they're not as fun for me to play than a room. To me, the sweetest spot in all of comedy is about 300 people with a low ceiling.
Yeah.
That to me is the purest I think I've ever gotten to whatever. Because there's just you can be connected to everybody in that room in a way I don't feel connected when I'm doing a big theater. Like
Because,
that's
bro, if
work
I was gonna do big,
versus
Lakewood Church. Lakewood motherfucking church. I went there since I was 9. Like my parents drugged me there forever. Like
I saw Van Halen in that
Lakewood
room.
Church.
Yeah.
I saw Tool there. I saw White Zombie there. I saw White Zombie there twice. I saw Tool there
I
once.
saw Kanye there.
Yeah. More people.
I saw DMX there.
Like 3 years ago.
More
DMX
people
there.
have fucked in the bathrooms at the Lakewood Church than in any Catholic church on the planet.
That was in the rectory in the Catholic Church.
Oh, all right.
I don't think it's spelled that way.
Puns.
No, I left that front E off.
Where's Jerry?
I don't know. I mean, shit, I just want to do a big show.
I missed the old.
Trey's answer to my final death show is whoever will book me.
Hey, shit. I
You
just
sent out your avails.
got started. Shit, I
You sent out your
Well, you guys
avails.
are going all kitschy and shit, but I do
Nah,
miss
man,
the
I'm
old
dead.
Cap City.
You would want to do the
room.
Apollo?
Oh, shit.
Not for your last show.
No,
What if you get
hell
booed?
yeah, no.
What if you get
Wow,
booed?
hold on,
What
wait.
if you get booed?
Trey would take that gamble.
He just hit a. I
Yeah.
mean, he hit a spot because like that for that.
Because that was the first thing that
Legendary
popped in my
shit.
mind. Was Apollo or Carnegie?
You might have nailed it, Sam.
That's legendary.
Because I think about it like that's the first time I ever see live entertainment. That's the first theater I've ever seen where black people live, either amateur or pro, whatever. That's the first time I saw that. That or God damn it, I can't even think right now of the name of the fucking theater, but it's in the theater in Long Beach. Fuck, I can't think of the name of it right now. But it's where Pryor did live in concert. I can't.
That
It's
would
slipping my
be-
name. Yeah, and then the original
be
stage
cool.
and everything
That
is
would be
still
That
there.
would be cool.
And
That'd be great.
that's probably that. Yeah, and
The Apollo is the first thing.
but
that
the
popped in my
Apollo
mind.
is, yeah, you nailed it. Because
Apollo's pretty
it's
strong.
not that big of a theater. It's really small. The people's like right on top, like that intimate. Because that too,
It's
you-
important to
You know,
me.
it's big when you know how in Seattle you did them big ass. It's a bunch. It's not the same as when the last show
Like
we did
Auburn?
was at the club. That was the best show. It
Fuck
was
yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? It was like
Yeah.
200 people or whatever, and it's just right there. You could feel the heat from people when,
I won
when
that
you
night.
laughing. That's the night you
Yeah.
won. So you feel the heat from people laughing, but like the Apollo is apparently like saw a
Yeah.
documentary on the Apollo, and they show it's not that big, and yeah, damn, you hit me with that. I couldn't really because I'm not shit. Like
Bro,
I said,
it was the first thing that
Ain't
popped in
think
my
about
head,
last
and I
show right
didn't
now.
throw it out because I'm like, I don't want to take Trey's answer.
no, but
Well, I didn't say it because it was going to be my answer. And I don't want to take y'all's answers.
but
Well,
no.
the Ryman's basically the Apollo for hillbillies.
That's the.
It is still February, Slade.
Which I was
You can't-
also going to say, and I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to take. I need an identity.
Yeah.
Fuck, I have nothing.
No.
Also,
that's-
man, I went to L.A. When I made my big move, I went to L.A. I didn't go to New York. Like, if I had gone to New York, like, Apollo's hands down my answer. But, like, yeah, doing something like the whiskey out in L.A., fucking just, or honestly, like, if you're talking big show, yo, give me Wembley. Give me,
Oh,
let's
the
go
big
over
ass show.
Isle of
Yeah.
Wight.
Cross.
Well, it's just got to be white, don't it? It's just-
I can't have anything, Jerry. All right, we come on.
What's the key to comedy, people? Timing.
Oh shit.
Timing. Chicken, thank you for everything you've done. You've been here all night slaving away. We're probably just getting stoned and laughing, but I firsthand, which is cool. Thanks for being part of it all. You guys at home and everywhere else, if you haven't subscribed, do it on YouTube. Interact
Tell
with us.
people.
We try to respond to everything. Tell people is the best thing you possibly can do. Jerry Wayne Longmire, Trey Tutson, Sam Damaris. I'm Slade Ham. That's Chicken. This was a bottle of Stranahan's. This used to be an episode. All Things Us are online. shit.
I believe in good whiskey, and I believe in good times.